Carlos. I'm a Scriptcase instructor. I'm here with you guys today, also with Marsha from Sales.
Hello guys.
We're going to present to you guys Scriptcase 9, and we're going to do a clear overview about the version and exactly what's coming new to this version.
Yeah, so the idea today is present you the new version. It's like an overview. Okay, so new features, the requirements, and then we are going to take questions at the end and present you the new version with practical examples. We are planning to be here for around 1 hour, so we are also recording the sections, so if you need to leave before that time, you can leave. We are going to put the video on YouTube, so you can watch it later.
Guys, please continue on viewing our presentation today. Let's start then.
Okay, so let me put here, I have this little presentation just to introduce you a couple of things. So welcome to Scriptcase 9. So this is our new version for this year, and the topics we are going to see today about the development environment, what you need to run a Scriptcase 9. I'm going to present you the interface, reports, pivot tables, diagrams, charts, dashboard, PDF report, control application, security, and other implementations. So this is what we are going to see today. At the end, I'm going to explain you also our new license arrangements and prices. Okay, so the project concept for Scriptcase 9, we have already said that we are working on important implementations for business intelligence. So we are going to have new chart options, new summaries, new dashboards, and also some significant improvements in the security model, calendar application, and also including the PHP 7 that's now added to our environment. So this is about our development environment. We have this new PHP 7 for development environment, but for production environment there is going to be the compatibility with the PHP 7 and also PHP 5.6. Okay, so for development environment, Scriptcase 9 will work only with PHP 7, and for production environment it means the environment where you deliver your applications. It can be with PHP 5.6 or PHP 7. Okay. So regarding the questions, my friend Carlos is going to answer some of the questions in here on the chat, okay? And at the end we can try to open for more questions because we have quite big audience today, and maybe I'll be not able to read all the questions. But you can type the questions, and my friend Carlos will help here and typing the answers within the chat, okay? So regarding the PHP, again, you will need to have this environment. Scriptcase will deliver all the installers for you to have the PHP 7 already, and it will not change anything from your previous Scriptcase version. I mean, for example, you have version 8 and you will install version 9. It will be a separate installation, so you'll be able to work with PHP 7, or sorry, with Scriptcase 9 and Scriptcase 8 or 7 or 6, because we use different ports for the Apache installation. So it will not change anything on your project, on your previous projects or previous Scriptcase version. If you want to bring your old projects to Scriptcase, you will have just to convert them. So again here we have also the new Apache version 2.6. A new encryptor. We have now Source Guardian, not ZenGuard Loader anymore. We had to change the encryptor. This is the encryptor for Scriptcase itself, okay, not for the applications. The applications from Scriptcase are not encrypted. So we are not using ZenGuard Loader anymore. We are just using now the Source Guardian, okay. And this is why we had to delay the version release, because we had to change this encryptor and also change the PHP, so lots of tests and everything, and it was a very complicated situation for us, but now it's all fine and we are ready to release the new version. So also new database drivers. This is because PHP version 7 offers some.
You're talking about the new driver?
Yeah.
It's a new driver development internally for PHP, and it comes in a better performance than the previous MySQL Connect driver.
It's native from PHP 7. That's what I was trying to
considered
make.
Better than PDO.
Yeah, so we have new drivers for MySQL database, for SQL Server, for Access, and it's going to bring more performance for your connections. Installation packs now available for different architectures. We have 32 bits and 64 bits for Windows, so you can choose. And projects developed in version 7, 8, and 8.1 will be fully compatible with version 9. Okay, this is very important. And as I said before, you will do a separate installation, so it will not affect your old project, your previous projects. Okay, so next point is about the version. Let's go. I have some more slides here, but then I'll come back just for a review. So let's log on version 9. This is our new login screen, and here we have already something new to show, which is this option to keep me logged in. This option will just bring you to the last project where you were developing inside Scriptcase. So you just click here, and every time you work on Scriptcase and log in again, you will be redirected for the last project. So let me just enter as admin. We keep the same languages here. I will log in English, and we are going to see that we did a big change inside the interface of Scriptcase. We are now working on this new options, and we are also bringing some new interfaces to the generated project. So we'll see a big difference between the version 9 and the previous version from Scriptcase. So we did some changes here inside the menu. We reorganized the items. Okay, we have this option for you to see your license details, and you can create your new project same way in the version 8. And here for the project creation, we have a new interface, always observing the UX, the usability, and trying to improve the way our developers use Scriptcase. So you use it daily, so it's better if we have better interface and a better usability. Okay, is there any special question, Carlos?
Just some questions here relating to the demonstration, if it's going to be available for download like the slide that we have. Mostly the questions are about the encryption of Scriptcase, if there's going to be any incompatibility when installing Scriptcase 8.1 and Scriptcase 9 in the same server. Just to make that clear, Scriptcase 8.1 does not support PHP 7. You need to maintain the installation using PHP 5.6. And Scriptcase 9 is going to have its own environment with PHP 7 being in 32 bits or 64 bits. Although the projects deployed from Scriptcase 9 will in fact have support for backwards versions of PHP to 5.6.
Okay, so let's continue here. I will create a new project for us to show the example. I'll focus the presentation today is focused on version 9 new features. Okay, so I'll just create a new project for us to see the new features. So here during the project creation, let me add the English as default language. Okay. So we are going to select the team. You will see that this option for the team selection is changed. We had a double select before, and now we just need to select the teams and then set the default one. We have also new teams options for the version 9. I will select this one. And here the database connection. As I said, we have new drivers options. Here for the MySQL database, you can see that we support now only MySQL PDO and MySQL E. Okay, let's connect here with my database. There is also another implementation here, which is the security area. You can now use SSL for the security connection with MySQL only, available only for the MySQL database for a while. Okay, let's select here the database. I have one special for this demo. Okay, create. This is regarding the char set. Yes. Okay, save. And we are now going to create the applications. So here for the applications creation, you can also see that we have a different interface, but it's very intuitive, not very different from the one you are used to. And for today's presentation, I'm going to create a grid application, then a chart, dashboard, control, PDF, and then show you the other features on the environment, okay? But I will focus on grid, chart, and dashboard because those are the applications we are changing more for this version 9 because we want to have more and more features for business intelligence. And we were like 3 or 4 months just looking into all the business intelligence softwares, and we are trying to bring all these features to Scriptcase, so you can have all the options from Scriptcase that you already have for system creation, for business application creations, and now also business intelligence options. Okay, and you have the option to add different languages and different database. So you have system generator and a really strong business and report applications generator. Okay, so this is the idea more or less for the concept of version 9. Okay, so let's create a grid application, and then here when we are creating the grid application, you will see that there is a different feature. We have now the option for you to select multiple databases, multiple database tables. So you can also look here. We can select, for example, orders and orders details. So you will note that when I select orders, I have here only the table orders, and then when I select another table, I will have the join. I'm using here already inside this select statement. Before this option, you had to go to SQL Builder and do the join manually, but now we have this option already here inside the grid application. So we'll be able to see the join here or to see the relationship. We are using here a special component to show the relationship. You can also customize here. It will show if the relationship is fine or if there is something missing. So for this relationship, we are using a library called Code.js. This is a library for diagrams, and it's a paid library, but we have a unlimited version. So you will save here $1,035 because you don't need to buy this library. It is already inside Scriptcase. So it's important to note that we are using just little features from this library, but it's very rich. It's a very rich library. So if you have the knowledge, you can go study this library and use it inside Scriptcase on blank application, for example. Am I right, Carlos?
Yes, this library in fact is going to be used mostly on diagrams generated by your project itself, and also the EER diagrams that we have that shows the relationship between the tables in your database, in fact. So it's for you to give a glimpse and also the cardinality, so you can see the relation types between the tables, in fact, and showing the structures as in primary keys, flagrant keys, and also the data types that we have for each type of column listed.
Yeah, we are using this library in here, inside this ER diagram, and also inside projects diagrams. So you can see the diagram of the project. This is very useful when you have a team and you need to work with different people, and then you can organize. Okay, this project doesn't have a diagram yet because we haven't created the applications, but then I'll show you. Okay, so let's go back here to the grid application. Let's finish the creation. I'm going to use a special table I have here to show some nice examples for you to understand the new features. So let's create here, and the grid application, as you guys know, has 4 different models. We have the search model, the grid model, details, summary, and chart. Okay, grid for reports, and then you have summary for pivot tables, chart, and search. So you can use them all combined, or you can just use them independent, because you can set here the initial model. You can, for example, uncheck the options that you don't want to use, and then you can set here the one you want to have for the application. So you can use the application in different ways. For this version 9, we are going to have, especially for grid application, many change for the group by options, and for the summary options. Okay, I prefer to call pivot tables because I guess this is more it's a usual term for summary. Yes, Carlos.
I'm getting a lot of questions here about the interface for the user, for the end user application.
Yeah.
So they're kind of curious of how the new theme for the application.
I am going to generate in just 1 minute. So let's create here at least one group by, so I can show you the new group by options. So we have the dynamic group by and the static group by. Okay, so I'm going to create a rule here for the static group by, so we can see the new options for the group by. And we have here new options for group by. You can now have the totals for the grid, the totals for the summary, so it's all separated. We did a separation between the summary, the grid, and the group by, so you can work independently and you can build applications with more options. So I will build here a group by for category and sales date. You will note that we are going to have many options for the date period now. So before on Scriptcase 8 we had only day, month, and year, and now for Scriptcase 9 you have many options of periods. And also if you add, for example, you can add the date field more than once, you can add for many times, and you can use different periods of dates, so it will bring many different options for you to set dynamically inside the application. So I will add here as year and month. This is going to be the axis. And let me add some totals. I will add sales here for the summary totals and profit for the grid totals. So let's finally run the application, Carlos.
Okay, guys, prepare yourselves. Race it.
It's a new theme. This is the chart I have here. Let me wait. Okay, so it's more clean, I guess. And we are using some new components also. So we have the grid with the group by, okay, and here we have the summary. So the summary, you will see many different options, new options inside the summary. You have now the way to see here the lines. You can see more period of dates. You can see the grand summary, the totals, and you will be able to change the label here, and many options. Okay, today I will just give an overview, and then in the next week I'm going to do special webinars, one for each application, so we can go deeper within the options. Okay, so today is just to do an overview. So let's go back here to the summary. I'll go back to the grid application models, and I want to focus within the summary. So I'll just put here to be the initial model, so when we run the application we're going to have the summary and we don't need to navigate. So inside here the group by, you'll be able to set the fields independently. So for example, if you go back to the group by, you will see that we have the fields for the group by, we have the fields for the grid totals. Okay, so we have rule 1 and the fields here. We have rule 1 and the fields for the group by, and inside the summary we have also the fields for the summary. Okay, so you can set the fields independently. So for example, here I'll just add a label for the month. I'll say here that I don't want to use regional settings and I want to see just the month, so we have a better view. Instead of having the number of the months, we are going to have the name, the short name, just the 3 letters. Okay, so back here to the summary, let me show you more stuff. We have the option for search. I guess you guys know this option for refined search from the grid application. We have it since version 8, and now we have the option for refined search inside the summary. So you can also bring the search for the summary, but it's going to be here as with the name search, and then you can select the fields and apply a refined search to the summary. Okay, so let's see how it's going to be. I have the field date, and depending on the data type, you are going to have different configuration options. So for example, for date field, I'll be able to select the date range, an actual period, a relative period, a seasonal period, and you're going to select according to your need or to your customer need. So let's apply here a date range. Let's apply another date field, so we can try also the actual period, or let me try seasonal period. When you select actual, relative, or seasonal, you will have this option to choose the values that you want to display. So for example, here we have quarter, and I will say that I want to use the quarters, but you can also use month, weeks, weekday, and so on. So let's apply quarter. Okay, I will apply another field. This is currency type, so you can see that we have different options for currency type. A slider, for example. If I apply actual values, we have select box and multi-select box. Okay, but for this type, let's apply as slider. And the last one, just for us to see, let me apply category, so we can use the option select box. Okay, so let's run the application to see the new search. Okay, here we have, this is the date range. Here we have the quarter, the sales, and the category. Okay, so this is a refined search. I can do here quarter, and then I will do all the searches according to the results. So this is what we have for version 9 summary. Okay, this is very useful for reports. So back here we have another option for you to filter using a limit. Okay, so let me just remove, for us to test the limit, I will remove here the search. Let's go to the option limit. Here inside the option limit, you'll be able to apply a limit to this summary. So let's do, for example, this is just for integer fields. Okay, we can apply, for example, sales, and then a sum. I want to see only the 5 most, let me put here the maximum for the 5 categories. I guess we are using categories for this table. Okay, let's run, and it's going to limit just with the 5 maximum categories according to the sales. Okay, so this is the limit option. We have also the limit option for the grid itself. If you go here to SQL, you will be able to apply a limit to the grid application as well. We have here the option, and here inside the summary we have still more features applied here inside the settings options. For you to display subtotal label, we can apply, instead of the total, a value. For example, you have here this name total. So if I apply the value, it will be the column value instead of the name total. So we are going to have the year, the month, you see, like this. And you can do also this option for display line number is regarding this line number here. This is it's a sequential number for the lines. And you have also the hover for the summary lines. The hover is this one here, you see in red. Okay, so you can apply, you can choose to display or not these options. I don't know if I'm forgetting something here, Carlos. I guess not, right?
No.
Yeah, we are done here with the summary for now, with the grid, and let's go to the chart application. Is there some any special question? No? Okay, so Carlos is answering the questions there. Let's create a chart, because the chart application is just like the grid application. It's just like the summary, but it's a different view. It's a graphical view.
Well, kind of this new chart for Scriptcase, now we kind of rebuilt the whole chart application. Kind of has its roots from our previous chart application in Scriptcase 8.1, but this application now we redesigned it to work with many other types of charts, and also new dimensions and metrics options, allowing it to work similar with the summary as Marsha showed you guys, and basically allowing some dynamic options. Can you access there, please?
Yeah, let's open here.
So, as the dimensions here we're showing, it works similar as the summary itself. We can drag on some of the fields like the summary option The metrics, I'm going to place here the dimensions, which is the vertical axis. We have the metrics, which is the category. We're going to place here in the dimensions also. And the metrics itself, we're going to place the sales. And we have here the sums, actually. You have more options here, as we can place the max, min, average, a variance, a standard deviation, the count, and distinct counts. We can also replace the position here with the dimensions. Same thing for the metrics. And going here again, I'm going to place here month. Let me just save this so that we can now view the fields here in the fields folder. Do notice that the chart now has two fields folders. Why? Because we can place the same fields in dimensions and metrics depending on your needs. And also some of these dimensions and metrics impact on how the charts work, in fact. So we added new charts.
Yeah, we have some semicircular gauge, linear gauge. We have 2D pyramid, 2D funnel, scatter, and bubble. Yeah. Place, I guess this one, 2D column will be fine.
Okay, let me try that. Let's run the application.
Yeah. Just go to, let me go here quickly to settings so we can apply the
responsive desktop.
Yeah, and also to enable scatter and bubble. Okay, so let me check here the dimensions again. So we have sales, sales date, category, and sales. Okay. I will apply some more metrics so we can show the other chart types. I will apply also sales date, month, sales, maximum, and craft. Okay. So as you can see, let me see this view. I would just, this option here is just for that. If you want, for example, to start with this option or not. So if I want to start just with one sales, and then I can add the other two. I don't know why it's not bringing data here to sales. Let me remove and try with profit. Sum, okay.
It's a type of chart, actually.
Yeah, maybe.
Hold on, it just refreshed.
Yeah, now that's fine. Let me try another chart type because this one, bar, spline. Yeah, I guess bar would be better. Let's try. As you can see, we have a new theme already. We are applying 3 new themes for the charts, and then you have the option now to bring the analytical chart. Not only the for the grid application, the analytical chart was available already, but for this kind of for the chart application itself, it was not available. Okay, so we can have now the different chart types. When you see it here deactivated, it's because this type of metric you are using is not available. Okay, so you can choose also here the chart type, and then you will see this is the synthetic view. You have the charts, and then if you click, you have the how can I say, the drill draw, right?
Yes, when you click on one of those bars, it kind of goes into another chart showing the next dimension we have, actually.
Yeah, and you have also the option to use the analytical chart. So the analytical chart will bring a different view. You can change in here. You can use this is using the drill draw option as default, but then you can also click and it's going to bring the analytical option. Okay. So the analytical option will bring the two, let me remove here. No, it's just with one metric. Yeah, it will choose the two metrics in just one chart. Let me try again sales to see if I can have a better view. So, okay, is there any question here on charts, Carlos?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I guess it's okay now. I guess this view is better than the other one. We can click here. So this is the
on the left side we have
synthetical. This is the synthetical.
Yeah, on the left side we have the sum of the sales, and on the left we have the metrics itself.
And this is the analytical. Yeah, this view is better because the analytical you can see the two metrics on the same chart. It was available only for grid application, not for this chart application itself. Okay, if you put another, how can I say, another value, then you have, for example, the chart type, scatter. Yeah, for the scatter you need at least two metrics, and for the bubble you need at least three metrics.
Yeah, the ones that are gray, in fact, I think they validate the amount of dimensions and metrics to see if they are allowed to create based on the information that's set. So basically the ones that are gray aren't going to build with the information passed.
Correct. Okay, so we are still getting used as well, but by the next week we are going to present you only application per application. Okay, so it will be better for you to understand and see all the options available. Okay, so the idea here is more to overview, as I said before. Okay, we have also the option for limit here inside the chart. You can also apply that limit option and the refined search. Same way we did with the grid, you have also available here for the chart option. Okay, this is also very useful for dashboards or for business applications, for reports in general. Okay, is there questions on chart so far?
No, just compliments.
Okay, we are going to present now the themes area. It's also completely changed because before we had a very limited configuration options, and now we have this with all the options available for you to customize your chart theme. From behind, Scriptcase uses the library Fusion Chart. This one, Fusion Charts, and this is a very powerful library for charts, and it's also paid, but we deliver for free inside Scriptcase because we have the unlimited users license. So you can also apply this on blank application if you want, because it's implemented on Scriptcase. And this chart library has many options, and it was not being displayed on Scriptcase, but now on Scriptcase 9 you have all the options in here. So I'll show you a quick example. We have three new themes. We have this flat, which is the default one. We have the this one, Pastel. This is based on Google Charts, and we have the modern. It's also a new theme. So you have these three new themes. And you can here customize the theme if needed. For example, we can apply here a border, color black, and then 20 pixels, for example. As you can see, we have here the border. And if you try to save this, you can preview also the other chart types with this theme. This is just for you to preview. Okay. So if you try to save, it's going to save only for the application. Okay, so this is the warning explaining that you are saving this change only for the application itself. So if you want to use the same theme for other projects or for other applications, you have to access the chart themes. So I will save, it will save in the application. I can go here to charts, layout, chart themes, and here I'll have the same interface for me to customize and apply for other projects and users or applications. Okay, so this is just going to save for the application, for the current application. If you want to use for other applications, you can customize your own themes inside tools, layout, chart themes. Okay, so we are done with charts. I don't know if we have questions, Carlos, do we?
Alright, taking care of them here. Basically about the Fusion charts and how it's going to be available in the application itself. I just explained here that the chart application uses the Fusion charts library behind the scenes actually.
Yeah, and we use it since version 7, I guess, or before, right? Yeah. We have some customers, they used to manipulate this on blank application, but it's kind of, you need to know very well the library.
So same thing with the TCPDF.
Yeah, TCPDF, TinyMCE, this new one, Go.js, they're all available inside Scriptcase, and you can use them inside the blank application, for example. Okay, next application to be presented will be the dashboard. Okay, we have a brand new dashboard application on Scriptcase 9, and this application is using a new component for the creation itself. You'll be able to see here the widgets. Before on version 8 it was very straight, and now we have the option to apply dynamic size here, and we can apply many different widgets to the screen. And there is also an option here on the interface. Let me show you. You can hide the menu. Okay, you can also hide this one. So this way, it's better for you to have here your workspace and place, and it's more clean as well. So let's play here with the dashboard. So we have two types of widgets now. We have the link widget and the index widget. So let's apply first link widget. We have already these two applications. I will apply the chart here to the first widget. Okay, I will apply another one for the grid application, and here you have the properties. We have new properties option. You can have a compact mode to hide the header and footer. You can also hide the toolbar. Let me take these options. Display header, no. Removable, yeah, this, yes. Okay, save. I will place this one here down, and I will place like this. It was not possible before, but now it is. And let's add two index. The index is different. You will need a connection. The dashboard application before the version 9 didn't have a connection, but now you have to apply a connection just for index widgets. So you need to choose here the connection, the table. Let's use the sales, and this is for you to evaluate some key performance values or totals. Okay, so let's apply here, for example, sales. The function will be this, the sum, and I want to see the percentage difference. So it's going to compare the date from the last year and the current year. Okay, so this is going to be my first index, and let me apply another one with the same connection and table. Okay, the metric field will be sales again, but now I want to see the maximum in value, the same period of date, year. Okay, and I will apply, this is the 4th, I will apply here. So this is more or less, then you will organize here as you want. Okay, let me put it this one bigger, and then you will resize and test. So you can create any type of dashboard. It could be more, you would have to fit here the application. inside the widgets.
Well, you can give the example of our...
Yeah, I have here one example. This is better organized.
Presented in better.
Yeah. Then you can hide, you can customize the toolbar and then hide some options so you can have a cleaner dashboard. Okay, but then it's possible now with the new dashboard to have a dashboard like this. Is there any consideration here, Carlos?
Just compliments, actually.
Okay. So basically, this is those are the options here on dashboard. It's a very simple application, in fact. So let's create here the next application. Yeah, this one is the PDF report. We have a very simple implementation here, but very useful. It was a request from many of our customers.
Well, imagine this. You're working on Scriptcase 8.1 and you remember that we were positioning the fields with the Y and X axis.
Yeah,
basically just pasting the positions in pixels or millimeters. Then, due to our suggestions from our clients, we decided to implement a new interface to position the fields themselves. Guys, let me present to you the drag and drop interface for the fields in the report PDF.
Yeah, this is an amazing feature. It will save a lot of time. You have here the drag and drop, and then you can customize the fields in the same screen. And you can drag the fields in the way you want, apply header and footer. So this is a single implementation we did within the PDF report application, but it's Rouge. So we have more implementations for that, in fact, but I guess it was very important, this one. We still keep the old option here because maybe you miss it.
Yeah.
Then you can go here and do with the old way. But yes, we have now the drag and drop, and we are planning to apply this to all the features as well with the updates we do for the Scriptcase 9. So that's it. Okay. There is also the option for you to apply the header and footer, I said already, and I guess this is it. Do you want to show the control application, Carlos?
Sorry?
Do you want to show the new control?
Sure. Showing here the new control application. One thing that you guys need to notice is that we have a new option when you create the application, which basically is this one right here. Set the template HTML manually. What does this mean? Let me just check this. If I create the application now, this is what you're going to notice as soon as you create it. This first option here on the left side of the application menu. When you click on it, it lets you to apply a custom HTML template to design your control application. Do we have any examples of this running?
Yes, we do. Well, how it is going to work? Basically, you can bring any template from the internet with Bootstrap or with anything you want. You are ready for contact form and login application. The control application is actually very useful for contact forms and login application, I guess. Do you have any other example, Carlos?
Basically some custom forms with your custom validation routines, and mostly basically login applications.
But you can use it also for like simple forms if they want to use the form application itself. And then you have here this option to check, and then it will bring some markups from Scriptcase. Yeah,
in this case, these markups that we have here on the left side, we have some tips here that could help you out during the implementation of the template, and we have some required ones that are necessary to be implemented so that the application itself can be created. So some of them are kind of mapping internal values of Scriptcase to build out some inputs or basically some validations to the form tag of the HTML template.
Yeah, and then you are going to be able to apply here manually the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, or you can use an external library. Or you can go to external libraries, create the template. So if you create here, it will be available just for this application. If you create as an external library, you'll be able to use the same template for different projects. So here we have already a library. Let me just check here. We are going to include inside this version some libraries for you. So for example, here we have some logging samples. I'm going to use this one, for example.
So if you just click on this, this file exactly, and imports the entire HTML for the application.
Yeah, we have here. Let me check if it's being used here. Tools, external library. You can see that we have a samples library, and then you can check here. This is already coming within a Scriptcase. Okay. So for example, login screen. We have here the options. And when I choose here, I'm just importing this in the external library to my application. So I'll just need to check the fields. So I have 3 fields inside this, and then I'll have to inform here, for example, data type, if it's a password.
Yeah.
I'll have to customize the labels, and then here inside the fields, I can apply also some customization. For example, for the menu links, which is a field type we have here, you can apply a link, so it can be useful if you want to call, I don't know, forget password or something like
external
this.
links if you have any.
Yeah, the external links. Let's, for example, forget pass or forgot pass.
These fields did not create themselves out of the blue, okay? In the HTML template that Marsh just imported, there are some markups there already. Can you please open the HTML?
Yeah, let me just see if it's going to generate.
I think I forgot the CSS, I think.
Yes, tell me.
If you open up, no, in the external libraries it did.
Okay.
Just click on anyone. Right here. Yeah. You're going to see there are some markups from the control application, such as the SC field class, the SC field info, login as saying the name itself. This passes on the information to Scriptcase, saying that these inputs are going to be managed by Scriptcase itself. So when you have these markups placed on the inputs or in some tags within Scriptcase, within the HTML file, when you click on create fields, it's going to look for those markups and identify automatically which type of input or label you want to place in. Okay, so when I said you need to use those markups to input your fields that you want or customize the way you need, this is how Scriptcase is going to look for it and treat it internally for you, not needing to create each one of them manually in the fields option on the applications menu on the left side. Okay. So we have an example here.
Yeah, I guess this one here, it's the CSS is not showing, but I have some, because we are going to deliver some examples for you. So I have them here.
So this is an example of.
These applications will be already these templates will be already included to Scriptcase. So this is one, this is another one, and they are all responsive also, because you can apply any type of template for this control application. This one, let me see if I have another one. Okay, so this is just for you to see what you're going to be able to do. So it's important also to mention that when you create for example, the security model, you have the option there. As you guys know, the security model will create the login screen for you. Okay, so you will be able to attach, as you do with the menu now with the version inside the version 8. You can attach a menu. A customized menu to your security model. You'll be able to do the same with the control. Yeah, so you can apply a customized control. Okay, guys. So this is the big change. It is a different application here. In fact, inside the control, it's just with the same name because it's similar. What is? Someone missed it? Yeah. Okay. If you just here now, we are going to add this video to our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube, this is Scriptcase videos. You can subscribe. We are going to add all the new videos from version 9 here inside the YouTube channel. Okay. So let's continue here. I guess most of the news, it's already here. Our time is finishing, but let me see if there is some. I have here some slides so I can remember if I forgot something. So let me see. Okay, grid. We have new interface, new drag and drop for fields, for dimension and metrics, new metrics and dimension options. Have finite search available also for the summary. Okay, limit for the grid, quick search, search everywhere. Yeah, this is just a little implementation inside the quick search option. Charts, we have new metrics, yes, new dimensions, analytical and synthetic dimensions combination, new chart types, scatter and bubble, new themes editor, refined search for this chart. Okay. Dashboard, new interface, integration with this option I didn't show, but for example, if you have a form application and with master detail, you can open the same inside the same dashboard. This option was not available inside the old dashboard, but it's going to be available here. Indexes to summarization of values, responsive widgets. I guess I didn't show, but it is. Let me see where else. New control application, yes, new option for you to integrate your own HTML. It supports also events, libraries, macros, images, and field types. Okay. PDF report drag and drop. Okay. Calendar application, yeah, I didn't show, but I guess it's not completed. It's not on the interface. But we have integration with Google Calendar. We have new configuration options. Do you know what library we use for the? Yes, we have in the course, right? What's the name of the library we use for the calendar?
It was the native calendar, full class calendar.
Yeah. We are going to have the same, but also integration with Google Calendar. Okay. Yeah, new diagrams. We saw. That. Yes. We're just missing the project. Let me run again to see, because now we have applications. Project diagram. So it shows the applications. Yeah, we have just one with no link, so it's just simple. But when you have the project completed, you can see here the project diagram. Okay, so.
Did you show that custom menu option?
No, I forgot the menu. Yeah, the menu is important. Let me open here, new application. It's just one single change inside the menu application, but that's very useful because you'll be able to customize the structure. So let me just create quickly here a menu. Okay, so this is, if I run this menu, you have, this is the what we call instructor. Okay, so if you needed to add, for example, an image or a value or something to inside this menu, it was not possible before. It was possible, but just using the events.
You had to hard code it in.
Hard coding. So you had the option to apply a header, and then inside the header you could apply the variables like title, date, image, value. But now we have a new option here for you to customize the menu structure. So you can drag here the layers, for example, one layer here, another one here, and inside the layer you can apply some variables, so such as, for example, title, date, image, value, and those.
You can even apply a HTML content directly in, correct?
Yeah, because you can apply a library, a method, so you can apply a full library. You can type, I don't know, create with JavaScript with different applications. I guess we have an example here. So let me apply here an image, because this is the left side. Image. Let me see, just one.
Just a small example.
Yeah, and then save, and then here I'm going to apply a library. We are going to send out some examples as well. We have one here. I don't know if it's working, but let me try.
I think it is.
Yeah. Because then you can program inside this library. No, it's not working.
But we have another example there.
Here, yeah, it's like this thing here. This is a library we are applying to the menu, so you can use this to.
Just remember, you guys, we're still in finishing the beta version. So any problems that we're feeling
because
here,
we're still applying some. We are now working on the examples. We are creating some examples to give you guys the options. Okay. But we have this project here with some other application. Let me see if I have more. We have some forms. This is a form application done with the control, for example. Sample control logging we have here. This is one logging, the ones I was showing you. Charts, example, multi-series, bubble. This application is just with the new options examples. Simple grid, vertical grid, with the new theme. Okay, we have the pivot table. We have the form. The form application. We have only changed the layout, but we didn't do any implementation inside the form application for now. But you can see that you have better layout now. We are working on more implementations for this year. What else? Let me go back to the presentation here for me to see if I'm missing something. Yeah, the secured options. We have new social login with Google, Facebook, and Twitter.
So basically, you can log in using your Google account. If you're familiar with any universal authentications, like if you're programming any systems on a multi-platform level, for example on Android, and you have that Google login button, you can also use the same session on your Scriptcase application using that Google integration.
Yeah, and then there's also new passwords, new password encryption options. We have today only 5, I guess. We are going to add more encryption options. Integration with the new control, I said already. User with multiple groups, LDAP with the groups, and LDAP for Scriptcase. LDAP for Scriptcase, let me see. I guess it's you can apply for Scriptcase itself. If you go here to options, settings, then you have security. So you can have groups for Scriptcase. When you are working in team, when you have more than one developer on your license, for your license, then you can create groups of developers. So you can apply projects with groups. And you can also use LDAP for Scriptcase itself. Okay, this is also available for security model itself, for Scriptcase and for the security model. Okay, what else? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, we have now option for questions, and we have the draw, right? The license. Yeah, I have also
we have a unique license giveaway today.
Yeah, let me show them the new prices, because then and also to tell how the release is going to be. So by the next week on Monday, we are going to release a beta version. Okay, it's going to be online, so we have a landing page
as a demo for you guys to test out, creating applications, see if the features meet your desires. But unfortunately, we're not going to allow it for download yet.
Yeah, it's going to be like about 2 weeks, I guess, for them to release the definitive version, because we just need to run some more tests, and then we are going to open these tests. This is the first time we do it, actually.
A beta version, actually.
Yeah, we are going to open the test for the customers. Okay, so we have the landing page. So from Monday, you guys will be able to find here the link for you to download, to access the demo version. Okay, and you have here also the options. all the implementation, so you can test them inside Scriptcase and see how it looks like, if it's going to be good for your projects. Okay, and we are going to have a campaign for updates, so you guys can upgrade if your license is not updated. You can update to receive the version 9, because when we release the version 9, we are going to have new prices. Okay, so if you guys have already a license and it's not updated, it's better you run there, because there are going to be new prices. So we are going to have also new arrangements for the license. Today we have enterprise, professional, and professional single database. We are going to change here. It's going to be starter, professional, and enterprise. Okay, the professional will now have the database MySQL, SQL Server, and it will cost $17.99. And we are going to have the new arrangement for annual subscription. Okay, so lifetime will be a little bit more expensive. All licenses today are lifetime, so you guys all will be lifetime. You're not going to change that, because this is how you guys bought the license, and the rules will not change for those who are already customers. Just for new customers, we are going to have the annual subscription option and lifetime option, so they can choose if they want to rent the license annually or buy a lifetime.
I'm having some questions about these licenses here. There are some questions about the lifetime license. If everybody's going to get a lifetime support of updates to
no, this is annual update. Yeah, the same way we have today. So if you guys want to see.
So in this case, it will be a lifetime license for each version Scriptcase launched. Is that correct?
Yeah. The lifetime is like the same way we work until today, and then there's going to be only the new arrangement for annual subscription. So the difference is that the annual subscription, when the subscription ends after 1 year, we will block the access. So the person will have to buy the subscription again to keep using. This is how most of the softwares work, so that's why we are applying that, because people sometimes want the Scriptcase just for one project, and then they use, because when you deliver the project, it's independent from Scriptcase, so you won't need a Scriptcase. So sometimes we have people who just use for one project, and then that's why we are adding the annual subscription. So here, if you go to buy now, you see we still have the same prices. Okay, we are not going to change now. We are going to change only after the release. So you have, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks to get here the same prices. So if you want to see if your license is updated or not, you can log here or use your license to see the date. So if you have the right to receive version 9, and if you have questions, you can also contact us here on sales. Okay, we're always here to help and take your questions. This is the best part for me, Carlos.
Everybody's here waiting.
Yeah, so let's stay tuned for the next for the news. Thank you very much for being here today. It was very nice to have you here. As I said before, I will just put this video on YouTube so you can review. Next week, let me show you here quickly on the website. Where's the website? We are going to have special demos for the applications, okay? So you can go there to learning, webinars, and we have here on Tuesday grids, on Wednesday charts and dashboard, menu, control application on Thursday, and Friday security and other implementation. We are going just to show things more in detail, so you can learn how to use. And next week the version will be also online for you to try, okay? And I'll see you next webinar. Thank you very much, Carlos, for helping me.
You're welcome.
Here. Thank you guys for attending. And if you guys have questions regarding the sales stuff, just email me, okay? So sales@scriptcase.net. So bye bye guys. See you.
Bye guys. Till later.